Welcome back, MTG Joe here, and we are going to be playing some more Historic Anthologies 5 Historic. Basically, the new set came out for Historic Anthologies, an injection of older cards into the format. Most notably, we got the command cycle from Khans of Tarkir, Kolaghan's Command, Atarka's Command, Ojutai, and that along with the Praetor cycle. So Praetors are, like we have here, Elesh Norn, Grand Sebonite. They are very powerful top-end creatures. And what we're doing here is we're leveraging off of a Boros token shell. We saw something similar to this in the past with Craterhoof Behemoth. But notably with this deck, we can cast our top end. And basically what we're trying to do is create a large board of tokens and then polymorph, so either Transmognify or Lukka into an Elesh Norn. All the creatures in our deck are tokens that are cast off instants and sorceries, so we're able to always find Elesh Norn. Elesh Norn powers up our creatures while being a pseudo one-sided board wipe for our opponents. And then the rest of the deck is just kind of enabling that. So Legion's Landing gives us a creature as well as a way to have a flip land with mana sink. We have stuff like Satyr's Cunning, Forbidden Friendship, Raise the Alarm, History, Heroic Reinforcements. Lorehold Command is another Anthem style effect, as well as tokens potentially. So lots of ways to kind of enable tokens. Then we have Chandra, Torch of Defiance as a way to get some card advantage, and an Amiria's Call as kind of a land / potential late game mana sink. So that's the deck. I got the idea off John Ramos, MTG, another streamer. Tweaked a couple things to my preference. The sideboard, we have a Danto Vanguards for the control heavy removal matchups. Rest in Peace versus Graveyard decks, Rip Aparts when we need some more removal. I'm playing a Settle the Wreckage, generally like that. And then I have Roiling Vortexes versus the slower matchups. I don't know if we want 4 showdowns of the Scalds. Something I want to try out. I may want something like an Abrade. Probably play 1 Abrade. 4 showdowns is a lot, especially because some of our cards are quite expensive. So I usually prefer to edge on like that sense. Abrade gives us another removal spell, which I like. So let's take it to the Historic ladder in Mythic, see how it goes. So basically you can, as early as turn 4, you can have an Elesh Norn on the field, which for Historic is around when you want to kind of combo off or win the game. Elish's Tokens, let's go. Played a couple few fun decks today. You can catch those all on the YouTube if you haven't done so already. If you want to know whenever we post new videos, new content, anything like that, you can always hit that subscribe button. It's free and easy way to get going. Appreciate any likes or comments as well. So Fingers Mass Land Destruction. What are the chances they're going to blow up our lands? Sounds a little slow. Probably shouldn't have kept it, but if they are a mass land destruction deck, I'm not about that life. We have a lot of 2 mana enablers. Like any of these are good draws at this point. The nice thing with Legion's Landing is worst case it just you get another copy of a token. Okay, opponent might be on something very similar. Do you want to trade opponents? This hand's really bad. I don't know why I kept it. Opponent might be Naya, might just be straight green-white. Elesh Norn will be a huge mirror breaker in our games. Could be Raise the Alarm. So therefore, I am not attacking into that. I will take my 2/2. Yep. Here we get to eat one of their creatures. They'll get to flip a land, but I think that's a fair trade. I might actually eat 2 tokens here. Because, ooh, that's actually a card to consider in this matchup. That's a pretty big mirror breaker. So we definitely need to try to find our combo. I think we're just attacking like this. If we can get Elesh Norn, we're in a good spot, but we need to find our Elesh Norn. They can double block here, but I think that's fine. Attacking with this because this will gain us life. So this was another card that was introduced in the set. So we can lore hold command. I think we're gonna sack a permanent to draw some life. To draw. I think we're just taking the 6 here. One time, Lukka or jeez. So I can do this. I think we're just drawing here. Gonna block. We need to keep one permanent around, like one creature around for Elesh Norn. So I think we're doing this. No. I don't want them to gain the life, so we're gonna do this. So we're going to deal 3 and then sack a permanent. So I think we're going to just take this off the battlefield. And then we'll gain 3 lives. We'll sacrifice this so they don't gain the life. Sick, we got Lukka. What's this do? Bye, friends. Abundant Harvest. They may not have a way to beat this board state. So they do need to block, otherwise they're dead. I guess they can make a token here. We do have Chandra afterwards. Lukka basically does one thing. Just comes in, smacks, and then goes home. So they're dead to Chandra upkeep. Cool. Did the thing. In this matchup, Settle the Wreckage seems good. A Braid seems decent, so does Rip Apart. Chandra seems pretty bad. I don't know if they're going to be on, like, Cage. I think we get rid of Lukka. Just play, like, Transmognify. Probably cut these Lorehold commands. Just kind of cut our curve down a bit. Trim one Elesh Norn. Because we still need to interact with their board. Showdowns can help us dig. I don't know if they're going to be on Cage. If they are, like, we have a Braids and we have the Rip Aparts. They'll... The thing is, too, they don't really have instant speed removal. In what being white-green. So us being red has the advantage there. Surprised, we kind of lucked out there. Like, our hand was a pretty shitty keep, all things considered. Not really interacting. I think we keep this. We are forbidden into Transmognify. Good draw. So they are on Cage. So this Braid is being pointed right there. I'm going to go Forbidden Friendship first here. I think we just do this. I'll poke them for one. They could have the instant one. I'd rather keep my lifelinker around. Yeah. If they want to trade here, I'm okay with it. I'll braid this on end step. Our turn, cast this. Opponent missed the line drop, so they're a bit far behind now. Okay, well, I promise you, deck, we can... We can draw something else. I promise you. Would really like to flip this. Hey. Ask and you will be rewarded. Just make a token on end step. Let him know we had it two ways. First round up, Token Mirror, Elesh Norn takes it down. Really nice showing there. I do like the cages. I think we're a little heavy. So I feel like most people are going to be bringing in Graveyard Hate as opposed to Cage. Cage is largely fallen out. Rest in Peace, Rip Aparts, Abrades, Rolling Vortex. Let's run another one. Let's see how it goes. We were fortunate there, but we might want like another copy of Rip Apart or Abrade in our deck. But good first showing for the deck. Elesh Norn just cleaning up tokens, taking no prisoners. And like, if we look at that game one, if we had Craterhoof, I don't think we win because of the opponent's like pretty substantial board state. What we want to see is how this deck plays out against something with a bit more interaction. This hand is not a hand we keep. Alright. I think we split the difference here. Multi-5's not the best. Just gay. Just Guy Gamer. This being instant speed's nice against them. Could like ambush Viper or something. The issues they have Prismari Command as well as Lightning Helix to target our creatures. Also Wrath of God is pretty impactful. I think we're doing this. So we really need a land. There's one land in our deck that will not come into play untapped, and that's the red castle. Everything else is fair game. We'll have him down to 15 here. Not really the start you want. They might be Brainstorm locked if they don't have a way to shuffle this. They Brainstorm, so either they're short lands. This might be a way we could punish them. Face is the place. We don't win the long game. Handful of 4-drops. No land. Teferi.
Won't hide from the world. Let's skip to the good part.
Feels awful.
I won't let you win.
Yeah, this hand's not coming together. We get the multi-5, so it feels kind of shitty. One land really opens this hand up.
You know what?
Maybe we get them to tap out. The problem is too, like they could just memory lapse this. Which feels particularly bad. Because now we're dropping this. I think we just go to the... They're a low enough life total that I might be able to sneak it through just with the heroic reinforcements.
Hurry.
Narset's a little annoying. So in this matchup, the Crater Hoof's a little bit better because it's more of just like a blitz damage. If we get memory lapsed here, I think we just pack it up, go to game 2. Saw it coming. Okay, let's just go to the next game. Once these get going, you're not really going to stand a chance. Vortexes. Dantos. Let's get rid of Elesh Norn. Let's get rid of Transmognify. Let's get rid of Lukka. Like, I'll play one Norn. It's fine. Actually, I don't even think we want Norn. Just doesn't do enough here. I don't think we care about Rip Apart. Let's run it back. See if we don't draw every 4-drop in our deck and instead, you know, maybe draw that 4th land. Not have to multi 5. And these games are tough to evaluate, right? Like, we put some pressure on them early, which was great. Well, let's see if you could beat a Danto. Like, they might have brought in Baffling End. Next turn, depending on how they play this out, I can Chandra uptick and then play Forbidden Friendship. I think we want to wait for Chandra for a turn when they tap out to board wipe. We do this. I want to, like, either get them to counter something like this or put enough on the board that they want to board wipe, so then I can sneak through some other stuff. Yeah, perfect. Now I get to resolve another Danto Vanguard. So now even a Teferi Tuck doesn't do too much. This powers up my Knight next turn. Yeah, don't care about that.
My prowess is unmatched by my peers. Hone your prowess.
Opponent whiffed. So I'm gonna shock in here. Opponent's had enough. I think we are running it back exactly how we played it. Not having to worry about the Transmognify combo helps in this matchup. Like, we don't want the 4-mana do nothing spell in our hand. And I think it's just important to kind of play around with that. Flanagan. Had some pretty good progress today. Most of the games positive win rate. I think I went 3-0 with Gruul, 4-2 with Reanimator. So no Adonto draw, but I think this is fine. Let's not make them use their mana this turn. If they want to counter, they have to counter on their turn. That's pretty good. So they could counter here. That's cool with me, homie. I think we try to stick Showdown, perhaps? Or I might do this, because this lets me double spell the following turn. I want to wait for this so we can at least play a land off it if needed. And this kind of it forces them to have a counter. Otherwise they're taking 8 this turn. Will opponent be brainstorm locked? Dovin's Veto. Sounds good. Because next turn I could History and Forbidden Friendship. There they go, Timely. This is an interesting turn. I think I want to get this out. This gets... So I can play the land out here. That's 1 spell, 2 spell, 3 spell. Probably okay with that. Otherwise I can Satyr's Cunning this turn, and then I think we're fine. So let's play this out. Can Satyr's Cunning and Forbidden Friendship. I can Chandra. I can do this. Do this. make a double block on one of these. They might have like lightning helix. Which they do. So this leaves me a token next turn anyways, which is nice. Even if they sweep. This costs 2 to exile, so that works out nicely. Let's see if we could stick a Chandra here. That's a big one. So I could Satyr's Cunning. I think we're just putting Chandra up here.
Oh, this is gonna hurt.
And doing this turn. They could have another sweeper. But this is going to start pressuring them. This can have haste.
Today's my lucky day.
I think we're just attacking in here. We'll hold off if they have a potential life gain. Just need to get ahead on this race. We've seen a timely reinforcement, 2 Wrath of Gods. Like Teferi minus is here, but we kill it. Brainstorm. Could be another Wrath of God. Ultimately, you could only do so much there. Interesting at this point why they don't just... So we probably want to plus before combat, just because we do have Lorehold Command as well as Heroic Reinforcements. We'll keep Satyr Cunning and this Forbidden Friendship in the yard. Just gives us more stuff. We don't want to commit more into a sweeper here. I don't think they typically play Clarion. It's usually just the Wraths. Promise you, deck, you can give me a spell.
Oh, this is gonna hurt.
Seen a lot of lands this game. And the unfortunate thing is we haven't seen either our castles, Embereth or Ardenvale, which would both be great here. Interesting. It's Lorehold Dragon combo. Okay, Day of Judgment. We've done a fantastic job of drawing every land in our deck.
This'll be easy.
Fortunate sequencing there. I think we're gonna hold off here for a sec. Had we known we would have hit it, we would have played it first, obviously, but can only do what's present in front of you. Alright. Present lethal. That's 3 out of the 4 board wipes we've seen.
Let's slow this down. You need to slow down.
That's something. I want to play around Lightning Helix. Teferi's the way they get back in this game. We're at a point where it's very difficult for us to lose, so let's not lose. We can make a token here. I want to hold it back. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And that was a great showing, taking down both a creature deck and a control deck there. The pivots to more of a tokens mid-range shell really work there. So let me know what you think in the comments. Appreciate the support as always, and if you can, hit that like and subscribe button. Thanks for watching, and have a great one.